Every single time a man isn't the worst human being to a woman, men react like this.
I'm still pissed Klay Thompson apologized for being late to picking up Megan Thee Stallion from the airport. It was, oh, shucks, babe. Oh, shucks, babe. I'm sorry for being late. Nah, they want you to be soft like that. Man, I'm late. Get in the car. I'm here.
We, as men, we do not allow men like Klay Thompson to exist. We can't allow Russell Wilson to exist. We can't allow decent men to exist. We have to dogpile on them because most men are closer to Scarface Mark than they are to Klay Thompson. That's the reality.
Also, the other thing I see going around is he went to pick her up for a date or something, and he was like, "Yo, I'm so sorry I was late." Like I know that's normal.
If it was a nothing burger, why would that video go viral? Men are not beating the allegations. Men are not beating the allegations. We are not beating the allegations. We are not beating the allegations. So men keep trying to gaslight the world into believing that it's not all men. We keep trying to tell everybody it's not all men. It's just the men you know. It ain't all men. It's just the men you know, right? Okay, cool. Here's the problem with that, though. Publicly, what men are doing to men who aren't shitty men, how non-shitty men get ostracized and get treated by the men who I'm talking about the good. Like, listen to what I'm saying. Klay Thompson is a good guy, right? Like, I think Klay Thompson, and not to sound too, I don't want to get into the whole parasocial, type of deal, but Klay Thompson, for all intents and purposes, his whole career, I've been tracking him since he played at Washington State. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in LA. I grew up with his daddy, Michael Thompson. I'm saying I grew up watching Michael Thompson, listening to Michael Thompson on the radio. I know his brother that plays baseball. He played for the Dodgers. Not personally, but I'm saying I'm familiar with them, right? Klay Thompson, for all intents and purposes, is a decent person. I have no reason to think otherwise. I have zero cause to question Klay's character. I've never heard anything from his teammates. I've never heard anything from even the women who he has a roster of women who he has dated. None of them have come out and publicly admonished him in any way, shape, or form. It just seems like they dated, the relationship ran its course, and he's on to the next person. Mind you, that only goes but so far because eventually you end up being Common Sense, the rapper, where you just have a slew of women. You're 50 years old, and then you start looking up going maybe Common's the problem, right? Klay hasn't reached that level yet. So as of now, Klay Thompson seems like a decent man. With that being said, the fake good guys, the men who call themselves good guys but who aren't actually good guys, they go around bashing the men who embody being a decent person, treating their woman like a decent human being. That makes it impossible for me to believe that there are any good men out there. And I'm a man. You dig what I'm saying? That makes it very confusing for me as a man, let alone women. It makes it very confusing for me as a man to buy into the notion that it's not all men, because every single time a man isn't the worst fucking human being to a woman, men react like this.
I'm still pissed Klay Thompson apologized for being late to picking up Megan Thee Stallion from the airport. This nigga was, oh, shucks, babe. Oh, shucks, babe. I'm sorry for being late. Nah, they want you to be soft like that. She got cuz on camera. Oh, shucks, babe. I'm sorry for being late. Here's some flowers. I'm sorry for being late. Man, I'm late. Get in the car. I'm here.
So he's clearly a piece of shit, right? He clearly is a piece of shit, a raging narcissist. That is a very narcissistic way to react to you inconveniencing somebody else. And that's how most men act This is what women be talking about with men all the time. So men get mad at women when we're wrong. We get an attitude when we fuck up, and she don't even have to have an attitude, but let alone if she has an attitude because we fucked up, we turn it back on them. So you are preemptively giving her an attitude. What? Get in the car. Because you're wrong, because you can't take accountability. That's crazy. And then you said, oh, that's how they want us. They want us to be soft, first of all, nothing is wrong with being soft, especially with your woman. If that's what you want to deem as being soft, then nothing's wrong with being soft. There is nothing wrong with respecting your another person's time, man or woman, but especially your woman. Buying her flowers to make up for it. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? The craziest part about this is you don't have to do what Klay did, but you also don't have to do what this dummy is talking about. What about just pulling up and just being apologetic and just being like, oh, my bad, I'm sorry, like acknowledging that you were late. I'm so sorry, I mistimed it. I hope I didn't inconvenience you too much. Why does it have to be this extreme? Because you motherfuckers are terrible. Men are terrible. And y'all prove it every day, but then y'all get mad when women clock it. You get mad when a man like me, when I say that, yeah, it's all men till there's no men. I just utter what women are saying because I understand what the fuck it is. That's crazy. We as men, we do not allow men like Klay Thompson to exist. We can't allow Russell Wilson to exist. We can't allow decent men to exist. We have to dogpile on them. Because most men are closer to Scarface Mark than they are to Klay Thompson. That's the fucking reality. I'm not saying that because I don't believe in good men and bad men, right? It's a sliding scale. Scarface Mark is a raging narcissist. He is on the extreme end of he's like in the group of the most terrible men on the planet. Klay Thompson is on the extreme end of the really good men. And by the way, I think Klay Thompson is still not as good as the average woman. Let me say that. You dig what I'm saying? Like the average woman still treats their man better than Klay Thompson treats Megan Thee Stallion. Right? So we're just grading this on the scale of man. Klay Thompson is a great man. This motherfucker is a terrible man. But I think most men are closer to Scarface Mark than they are to Klay Thompson.
I'm not apologizing for being late unless I'm like 2 hours late or something, but I'm just a tad bit late. I'm not apologizing. What the fuck are we on? And he said, oh, shucks, babe, I'm late. Here's flowers.
I'm sorry I was late, babe. Damn it. I'm sorry. I thought I timed it well. Sorry. There's no excuse.
Cause what? Oh, sorry, babe. Oh, shucks, babe. I'm sorry, babe. We lost him, y'all. We lost it. She got him whipped right around her finger, boy. It's over for him. And then he missing hella shots and shit, fucking up niggas' parlays.
Klay Thompson is old and trash at basketball now. Ain't got nothing to do with Megan Thee Stallion. He just washed up. It happens to every athlete outside of LeBron James. and currently KD. I'll say KD ain't hit it yet. He ain't really hit the wall yet. KD is not who he used to be 10 years ago, but he ain't garbage. You know what I'm saying? He's still serviceable. Klay Thompson is ass. He deserves to be on the bench, but the Mavericks are trash. Whatever. It ain't got nothing to do. Father Time got him, not Megan Thee Stallion. But anyways, do you see what the men say in 4K? Oh, he's whipped. She got him wrapped around her finger. Again, as if there's something wrong with that. Men being wrapped around women's fingers doesn't present any danger to the men. If you are wrapped around your woman's finger, your relationship will thrive, more than likely. Women don't typically abuse that power. Men who respect their women their relationships go on forever and ever and ever happily, not lingering. And this is what men do. I've been saying this forever about men. You cannot be nice to your woman. I remember so many times me being like, oh yeah, I gotta call my girl. I gotta call my wife and let her know I'm da, da, da. And then a nigga just out of nowhere be like, you gotta call your girl. Yeah, I gotta let her know I'm gonna be running late. Like, what? You tell your woman that, yeah, she might be waiting on me. I don't know. Just out of like we live together. You know what I'm saying? Like you should, like, it's so funny. You should call your fucking roommate. Like if you are at home every day at 6:30 by 6:30 p.m. and you're gonna go out and you're gonna be home at 10:30, you should probably call your fucking roommate, let alone your wife or your woman. Like they might worry. Hey, where are you? And if you live with a man, he might not reach out to you, but he might be worried. Like I would be worried. If you're normally home at 6:30 and it's fucking 10:30, I might think something's up. I might shoot you a text. You good, bro? But why even put me through that? Why not just give a nigga a text? Hey, dog, just a heads up. I ain't gonna be home. I ain't gonna be home tonight. I'm gonna be home late. Bet. Be like that. You can't be you cannot be nice to women at all. Stop running around here talking about it's not all men. Shut that shit up. And then on the back end, this is so funny because you hear Scarface Mark, right? You hear Hardy going on Klay, and then you listen to these dummies, and they're like running cover. They're running cover for Scarface Mark. Even watch it's really a thing to marvel at when you watch how the patriarchy actually functions in real time, right? Because you have Klay Thompson, you have Scarface Mark, and then he's just as bad as Scarface Mark. But if you listen to what he's saying, though, he is running cover for dangerous men as well, right? He's all lives mattering. It's not all men, right? Or he's all lives mattering. It's all men.
You know what bothers me about this whole Klay Thompson, Megan Thee Stallion thing is Klay Thompson, he's kind of just a normal guy. And I mean that in the sense where he's not hard to like, yes, he's a good looking guy. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, he's not hard to find like archetype wise. Like she has a bar where she's like, oh yeah, my man does not call me the B word. And it's like legitimately most men I know do not do. And also
most men you know do not call their women a bitch. You don't know that, first and foremost. I beg to differ. Most men I know still use the B word. I don't. Most men I know still use the B word. I'm 43 years old. Like you don't grow out of, like I saw a video where this comedian was like, at what age do you start to like age out of saying certain words? His word was high. I thought that was funny. But my word was the B word. Like I stopped I still say the word bitch in other instances, but I stopped referring to women at all in any context as bitches like 10 years ago. Like I just stopped calling women the B word. Like I don't generally call women the B word. I don't refer to a specific woman as a B word. I don't say that women are acting like the B word. Like I never use it in reference to women. I will call like a dude like him like a bitch ass nigga in a heartbeat. I don't care. Shut up, bitch ass nigga. Like I'll tell him, call a man a bitch in a heartbeat. But I don't call women the B word in general. But men are still running around here, and it's been so long for me. It literally like fucks with my senses when I hear it. When men are just like, yeah, you know, where the bitches at? Where the hoes at? Hoes too. I don't call women hoes. Where the hoes at? Where the bitches at? I'll be like, why? You know, and I'm on my you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I try not to pass judgment too harshly because, you know, like I once did that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm like, you still running around calling women the B word? That's crazy. So I know if you are calling women in general bitches, you are definitely calling your woman a bitch. If you are running around here still saying where the hoes at, you definitely will refer to your woman as a hoe. Shit, you'll call your mama a hoe. That's the first person you need to start with. If you calling women hoes, start with your mama a hoe, right? Because you just calling women hoes. Why is it every woman but your mama? That's what I'm saying. If your mama ain't a hoe and your mama ain't a bitch, then stop calling women bitches and hoes. Stop lying for these niggas. They really running around here calling women bitches, bro. Still. That shit is not going away.
And I know do not do. And also the other thing I see going around is he like went to like pick her up for a date or something, and he was like, "Yo, I'm so sorry I was late." Like I know that's normal, and this is not.
That's not normal. Did you not do what I'm saying? Scarface Mark made a whole video being like, "What, nigga? That's crazy." And it is crazy. The way that Klay Thompson reacted was not normal. That's not how most men react. And you can see the reactions to Klay Thompson. The reactions to Klay Thompson is proving that. If if it was a nothing burger, why would that video go viral? If that shit is so normal, why would that video go viral? Why would they record that? Why would that be something to record? Why would that be something to blow up for people to comment on? I didn't even comment on the shit. I'm commenting on y'all commenting on it because it's goofy. What y'all saying is stupid.
That's normal. And this is not me saying that like bad men don't exist or like these horrible men don't exist. But I'm like, when you stop dating the babies and Tory Lanes of the world, you're gonna see the Klay Thompson. Like y'all know, I was on Division I football team. I saw almost every kind of man in that locker room, right? And it was very obvious who was who. Like there's so many narratives of like, oh, certain people hide their personalities. It was very easy to tell who the Klay Thompsons were and who the Tory Laneses were. So I just feel like certain people dated people of a particular demographic and somehow expected those men who were obviously always going to be horrible to not be horrible rather than just get with the Klay Thompson. Because like you look at Klay Thompson, like before any of this happened, you're like, oh yeah, he probably treats a woman nice, whatever. You would look at Tory Lanez and be like the way these people present themselves, you're like, oh yeah, nah. Like you look at Tory Lanez, you're like, he definitely might shoot someone in the foot. Okay, allegedly, like who knows? So it's just like it really dawned upon me because I'm like, I see so many people get on the internet and they're like, oh man, men doing this, men doing that, and it's like, bro, it's legitimately some people put themselves in these situations. Some people, not all, but like
Not saying nothing, just yapping, talking in circles. So essentially, he's saying choose better. Scarface Mark is condemning the men who do that, which does what? So if I'm a 25-year-old man, I'm a 23-year-old man who is probably Scarface Mark's demographic of men, right? Teenagers to 20-something years old, maybe 30 years old. I'm watching Scarface Mark. Scarface Mark gets his dumb ass up there and goes, why would I buy her flowers? Why would I apologize for being late? I'm not 2 hours late. Do you think that the 25-year-old men are going to go Scarface Mark is crazy? Or are they going to go, yeah, why don't I got it? They're going to start acting like Scarface Mark. Because that's our default. Our default isn't to be Klay Thompson, you liar. If most men are like Klay Thompson, then there wouldn't be any complaints.
I'm still pissed Klay Thompson apologized for being late to picking up Megan Thee Stallion from the airport. This nigga was, oh, shucks, babe. Oh, shucks, babe. I'm sorry for being late. No, they want you to be soft like that. She got cuz on camera. Oh, shucks, babe. I'm sorry for being late. Here's some flowers. I'm sorry for being late. Man, I'm late. Get in the car. I'm here. I'm not apologizing for being late unless I'm like 2 hours late or something, but I'm just a tad bit late. I'm not apologizing. What the fuck?
I forgot to mention this too. I remember talking to my wife about this recently. And she was saying like, if if her and I were dating, like we met each other, and I was like, meet me at a restaurant at a specific time, 8:00, right? And she gets there at like 7:55, and then she goes in and I'm not there, and now it's 8:05. She said she's leaving, and I was like, why can't you just like 5-10 minutes, like you're gonna leave? And she was like, yeah, I don't want to be in a fucking restaurant by myself, like I'm vulnerable. That's what she said. And see, with my male sensibilities, I was like, what the fuck is 5 or 10 minutes? She was like, no, absolutely not. Like, I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to. I was like, why don't you just go in and like sit at the table even? She was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna leave. And I was like, damn. But I understood because what she was saying was like, again, like as a woman, she feels exposed, not being out there by herself. And I was like, okay, that's fair. Like I can't relate to that experience, because I ain't worried about nobody, but I can understand where she's coming from. Megan Thee Stallion is a world-class artist. Like millions of people know her face, her likeness. She was at a public place. You don't think that presents a threat to her if she comes off of a plane and nobody's there to pick her up right away? Even 2 minutes. presents a threat to her. That's another layer to this that Scarface Mark stupid ass ain't realizing. And Klay Thompson, also world-class athlete, everybody knows him. He understands that. So maybe a lot of his response was really because for them, it's even more important for them to be on time, right? Just maybe.
What are we on? Here's flowers.
I'm sorry I was late, babe. Damn it. I'm sorry. I thought I timed it well. I'm sorry. There's no excuse.
Cause what? Oh, sorry, babe. Oh, shucks, babe. I'm sorry, babe. We lost him, y'all. We lost him.
See, ladies, this is why you can cut people off within the first week. This is why I usually don't have a problem with coffee dates, because you can find out stuff like this at a 15, 30-minute coffee date. If he's late, if he throws your food away, if he throws his food away, if he even offers to pay, if he walks you to the car, you can find that out within, 10, 15 minutes. Okay. So a lot of men will say, well, women don't have a strict program. Yeah, they do. They just cut you off within the first week because they saw what you were and they knew it wasn't going to get any better. See, that's the thing that women need to figure out. Oh, he just messed up this one time. Ma'am, you've known each other for 4 days. Like, certain things should be part of your nature. Now with Klay, I know he's very quiet, so he's probably very anal, and he was frustrated with himself because he was like, I timed this just right. I should have been here. So he was frustrated with himself, and that's why she was laughing, because she knows how he is. But see, I've been married for 28 years. I know what a relationship looks like. That's the difference. So then he gives her the flowers. Oh, he brought her flowers, and I'm not apologizing, blah, blah, blah. He probably brings her flowers all the time because it wasn't an elaborate bouquet. He just probably brings her flowers all the time, just as that's just their thing. Sometimes you just have a thing. Like my husband is a cheesecake. If he's, out, like he goes on a lot of business meetings or things like that, he brings me cheesecake. Or if he goes out of town, he brings me t-shirts and sweatshirts because he knows that I like those kind of things. See, you know your person. See, you've never had to know a person and you don't care, and you probably don't pay that much attention to your person. So that's why you can judge and say, oh, he's doing this, he's doing that, and it just makes them soft. Yes, and he likes to lay between her soft thighs. So,
ain't nothing wrong with being soft. I mean, I'm going to tell you, as a married man, similar to her, she's a married woman. She's been married for 28 years. I've been with my wife for 14. Everything she said is spot on. It may start off with you bringing her flowers, but you realize she likes stuff more. She might really like cheesecake more than she like flowers. Like, the things change. How you go about maintaining a relationship morphs and looks different. But at the end of the day, the same principles apply. You do things for each other. You are nice to each other. You're genuine with each other. I just don't understand. I mean, we're in a place where men can't do fucking anything nice for women. You just can't. Anytime you do something nice for a woman publicly, you're going to be called out. You're going to be called a simp. You're going to be called something derogatory. Like, it's disgusting. It really is, man.